The procedure within the party was governed in the most absolute way by the leadership principle, Führerprinzip. According to the principle, each Führer has the right to govern, administer, or decree, subject to no control of any kind, at his complete discretion, subject only to the orders he received from above. The principle applied in the first instance to Hitler himself as the leader of the party, and in a lesser degree to all other party officials. All members of the party swore an oath of eternal allegiance to the leader. There were only two ways in which Germany could achieve three main aims above mentioned, by negotiation or by force. The 25 points of the NSDAP program do not specifically mention the methods on which the leaders of the party proposed to rely, but by the history of the Nazi regime shows that Hitler and his followers were only prepared to negotiate on the terms that their demands were conceded, and that their force would be used if they were not. On the night of the 8th November 1923, an abortive putsch took place in Munich. Hitler and some of his followers burst into a meeting at the Burger Brau cellar, which was being addressed by the Bavarian Prime Minister Kerr, with the intention of obtaining from him a decision to march forward on Berlin on the morning of the 9th November. However, no Bavarian support was forthcoming, and Hitler's demonstration was met by the armed forces of the Reichswehr and the police. Only a few volleys were fired, and after a dozen of his followers had been killed, Hitler fled for his life, and the demonstration was over. The defendants, Streicher, Frick, and Hess, all took part in the attempted rising. Hitler was later tried for treason and was convicted and sentenced to imprisonment. The SA was outlawed. Hitler was released from prison in 1924, and in 1925, the Schutzstaffel, or SS, was created, nominally to act as his personal bodyguard, but in reality to terrorize personal opponents. This was also the year of the publication of Mein Kampf, containing the political views and aims of Hitler, which came to be regarded as the authentic source of the Nazi doctrine. The seizure of power. In the 8 years that followed the publication of Mein Kampf, the NSDAP greatly extended its activities throughout Germany, paying particular attention to the training of youth in the ideas of National Socialism. The first Nazi youth organization had come into existence in 1922, but it was in 1925 that Hitler Jugend was officially recognized by the NSDAP. In 1931, Baldur von Schreich, who had joined the NSDAP in 1925, became Reich youth leader of the NSDAP. The party exerted every effort to win political support from the German people. Elections were contested both for the Reichstag and the Landtag. The NSDAP leaders did not make any serious attempt to hide the fact that their only purpose in entering German political life was in order to destroy the democratic structure of the Weimar Republic and to substitute it for a National Socialist totalitarian regime, which would enable them to carry out their avoid policies without opposition. In preparation for the day when he would obtain power in Germany, Hitler in January 1929 appointed Heinrich Himmler as the Reichsführer SS with the special task of building the SS into a strong but elite group which would be dependable in all circumstances.